This is my second video on this watch. This is the Ball Engineer 3 Outlier GMT. It's a long name, Ball Engineer 3 Outlier GMT. And like I said, this is my second video on this watch. A couple people told me the other video that I made did not have enough tactical information like the sizes and that kind of thing. And I watched it and they were right. So that's what this video is for. If you could, please click the like button. Take a minute right now or a second right now. Click that like button. I will sincerely appreciate it. My channel is not monetized. I don't even have enough subscribers for it to be monetized. And I don't even aspire for it to be monetized. I just want this video, this particular video, to get out there. That's all I'm asking. Because this watch is so awesome and I really like it. That's it. So if you guys could do that for me, click that like button. I would really appreciate it. So here's some more info about this awesome watch. So the movement, we'll start there. This has the Ball RRM 7337C. It is a GMT movement. It is chronometer certified and it keeps awesome time. Right now I'm getting about +3 a day with this one. And it's been consistent for the short period of time that I had it. This watch is just starting to hit the shelves now, and it is going to be a hot selling watch because this is an awesome GMT watch. This GMT watch offers many things that some of the more popular GMTs do not offer. Now I have the crown already pulled out, or already loosened. And this is a true GMT hand or GMT movement, allowing you to quick set the local 12-hour hand. See that? Just like that. So when you want it, you can keep maybe the GMT hand set to your home time, and then wherever you travel to, you just set this that quickly to the time you want. It'll even change the date by moving that hour hand. So that's a really, really awesome setup. The winding, super smooth. So whatever Ball did to this is awesome. So the first things that we're going to go over would be the sizes. So this is a 40mm watch, according to Ball. I don't have calipers to measure it. I'm not a watch reviewer, but I can tell you, for reference, we can compare it to the Datejust 41. The Datejust 41 is a legitimate 41mm watch. Some say it's a little bit under, but the Ball, in my opinion, let me get him there. I'm trying to get him centered in the lens and exactly side by side. You can see the Ball is clearly bigger, and that's because of the bezel. So the bezel does overhang. So I'm going to say this is closer to 42mm, which is fine for this watch. It wears so well. Now, the bezel action is some of the best, or one of the best bezels that I have ever seen or felt. It's 24 rotational clicks, one for each hour. And the fact that it overhangs is very appropriate in this particular watch, or any watch. Makes it easy to grab. So it has that beautiful coin edge finishing on the bezel. Look at it. Very nicely executed. And then to turn it, the lockup, there is literally no back play at all. So people will say that a lot about a bezel. Oh, there's no play in it. And I do it too. And there's maybe a micrometer of play. This doesn't even have that. It is unmovable. The lock is precision. It lines up perfectly. I don't know if you can see that with the angle of the camera lens. That can affect it, like a parallax effect, but it is dead on. Every indice lines up precisely with the corresponding hour marker on the bezel. So like here at the 13, that is dead on. Everything's just perfect with this watch. 13.8 millimeter thickness. That sounds very thick, but it's a deceiving measurement because the watch has this raised sapphire crystal. That crystal alone is about 2 millimeters thick. Look at it. And then when you couple that with the Cyclops, that's probably 3 millimeters right there. So Ball calls this 13.8 millimeters, but it wears much thinner. I mean, look at that profile. It's incredible. And the finishing on it, I'm gonna say the Rolex probably a little bit better finishing, but Rolex is also 3 times the price. So 13.8 millimeters, quite a bit of that is the crystal. 20 millimeter lug width. So if you want to change out your bracelet, it's going to be easy to do. And it's going to be exceptionally easy to do because of these screw end links. Your screw lugs. Your end links, there's screws on each side. So you can do this, easily change out this bracelet without destroying the watch. Very easy to do. The bracelet itself, you can change, you can add and remove links. They're screw and links. Comes with half links for sizing, 2 half links, and then however many main links you need to add or take away for sizing. You can get a pretty good size out of this watch. Lug to lug is 46.6 according to the Ball website. Now, aside from the measurements, this watch has some really impressive specifications. I was really impressed that it's 200 meter water resist, as it says right there. So 200 meter water resistance. It's pretty awesome for a GMT watch. The other thing is it has 1,000 Gauss of magnetic resistance, which is comparable to the Rolex mil Gauss. I think that's 1,000 Gauss, mil Gauss 1,000. I believe it's the same thing. This also has the 5,000 Gs of shock resistance. Ball has some kind of patented system called the amortisseur system for shock resistance. I don't know much about it or how it works. Maybe you can look it up and find out. But there is some element of shock resistance with this watch. How much, I don't know. I'm not going to wear this kind of watch for extreme activity. You know, maybe hiking, climbing a mountain or that kind of thing would be fine, but I would not use this watch to do concrete work and reach into, you know, concrete or something like that. That's just, I don't think that's what it's for. But shock resistance is awesome. Now, the bezel has 2 different types of lume, the dark lume at the top, the white lume at the bottom. This one glows green. The bottom one glows your regular blue. All the indices are tritium lumed and they glow a very nice green. Your pip at the top is done in the Superluminova, the white Superluminova, so that glows like a blue color. The 904L stainless steel is really awesome. I can tell a difference between this and regular stainless steel, just in the way it feels. I don't know what it is, but there is a difference. And to me, it's more appealing. Several watch manufacturers offer this kind of steel as an option. I think it's the standard steel that Rolex uses. I know Ball uses it in several of their watches. Steinhardt has a 904L stainless steel watch, which is an incredible watch, by the way. It's also pretty pricey for a Steinhardt. because of that, but it's definitely worth it because it's an incredible watch. But you have your Cyclops date window, which is also very nicely executed. See that? So no matter what angle you look at it, it has a very clear picture of the window of that date. Now, a Cyclops on a ball watch is hard because of the depth of the case. These cases inherently have to be a little bit deeper than most cases to accommodate the tritium tubes. So when you have that kind of depth, as you can see there, plus a domed sapphire crystal. So when I say the depth, I'm talking about from the dial to the bottom of the crystal. You need that space because, you know, these hands are not right on top of each other. They can't be. They need room to clear. Your minute hand has to clear the hour hand because of that tritium tube that's on the hour hand. So because of that, the distance that this Cyclops is from the date, it's not going to be as perfect as one with a shallower distance from the bottom of the crystal to the dial. That's just simple optics. You do have your signed ball crown. It says RR. And what's really awesome about this crown, I'm going to push it in. I'm going to tighten it now. It grabs so easily. There's no, I mean, as soon as you start turning, it grabs the threads. I don't know how a watch company does that. Some watches do it, some watches don't. I don't know how they make that happen. And I don't know why a watch company wouldn't make that happen, because it's just makes it so nice. But this watch, the crown, is very easy to operate. So there's more look at the band. Your crown guards are, in my opinion, perfect. I'm not a big crown guard fan. A lot of my watches, of course, have them. Most watches have them, but they dig in. But the way Ball designed these, they are very conservative. Look at that. Gentle slope up. Okay. See that? Look. They don't dig into your wrist. Even if you wear the watch very loosely, and it slides down, when you dorsiflex your wrist or bring your wrist back, it doesn't dig in because they're all smoothed, they're polished and rounded, but in a very, very appealing way. So, I mean, when you look at the specs of this watch, COSC certified, 200 meters water resistance, 1000 Gauss magnetic resistance, which in my opinion is becoming more and more of a thing that you need in a watch these days. I have had a couple watches recently become magnetized, and anything can magnetize a watch these days. We're exposed to so many magnetic fields. You know, if you have this on your hand and you reach over a laptop and you're working the mouse and you're typing, well, that gives off a magnetic field, more so with some laptops than others. Your cell phone can give off a significant magnetic field. All of the wireless charging that we have, obviously magnetic. And magnetized watches, that's going to become more and more of a problem. Now, it's easy to fix. You can buy a watch demagnetizer on Amazon, I think for, I don't know, a couple bucks. $10, $20, and they work. They work. But this watch, with that magnetic resistance, is going to be less apt to become magnetized. So 1,000 Gauss magnetic resistance, they have some kind of mu metal technology, mu metal, MU metal. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know if that's a patented ball thing, or I don't know. But apparently that helps with magnetic resistance. 904L stainless, this is not mu metal, or however you pronounce that. This is 904L. So that's not going to help the magnetic resistance. I don't know where that metal is to help the magnetic resistance. If anyone does, please put it in the comments below. So there you have it. Jam-packed with awesome specs. The 200-meter water resist is awesome. You can take this thing to the beach, swim with it without worries. I mean, it's not a diver watch, but I know people dive with Rolex Datejust, scuba dive, and it does just fine. I wouldn't be surprised if this does just fine with that too. And that 904L steel, taking it out in the ocean, if you get out of the water and you don't have a chance to rinse it off right away, or let's say you're on a fishing trip, you reach in to grab a fish, you get this thing covered in salt water, you don't rinse it off, you're not going to get home at the end of the day and find that you're going to have staining on this watch near as easily as you would a 3/16 stainless watch. The case back on this is pretty cool. It says Ball Watch Company, Swiss made. Then it lists around it, around the perimeter. It's hard to get this to focus. There you go. Around the perimeter, different cities. And I think how those cities correspond with perhaps Zulu time, GMT time, New York, what to say, -5, and it goes the whole way and so forth, -4, -3, -2, -1, and it just lists the cities. These are a limited edition. 1,000. Ball made only 1,000 of these watches in this color. This is the black dial. It comes also in a white dial, so that's 2,000. Then I think it comes in a ceramic, a black ceramic dial, or bezel with black dial. Black ceramic with blue dial, perhaps. I'm not sure, but I thought this configuration, the stainless bezel with the black dial, is the most appealing. I did call around to a couple dealers to see if they have these yet for sale to the general public, and right now they do not. I might be willing to sell this one. And this one's a really good number. It's a really good number. But there it is. Take a look at it. Again, I appreciate everyone who watched this video. Please click the like button. I'll greatly appreciate it. It's going to help me out a lot and just get this video seen.